Hi, here are today's objectives. Name 3D shapes, identify faces, bases, edges, and vertices. Hey there, here's some words that you're going to need to know for today. First one, three-dimensional or 3D. Three-dimensional or 3D is having width, height, and thickness. These are usually objects you can pick up and hold and touch. Face. A flat surface of a solid object. If we have a die for a board game, it would have 6 faces. It would have a number on each of those faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Edge. A line where 2 surfaces meet. On this cube, I would have an edge right here. All of these shaded parts in yellow are the edges. Vertices. A point where 2 or more straight lines, or edges, meet. Vertices are what connect the edges together. The cube you're looking at has 8 vertices. Base of a pyramid. The surface a solid object stands on is considered its base. The base of the pyramid you're looking at is in the shape of a pentagon. Bases of a prism. 2 parallel faces that are congruent polygons. Notice a face can also be a base. Pyramid. A 3D shape. Triangular sides are connected to a single point up at the top. Cone. A 3D solid with a circular base and 1 vertex. Triangular prism. A 3D solid with the cross-section of a triangle. That means when you look through the middle, you see triangles for the bases. Cylinder. 2 identical flat ends that are circular or elliptical and 1 curved side. And our final word, sphere. A 3-dimensional object shaped like a ball. Let's learn some more about shapes. Pyramids have 1 base on the bottom, 1 pointy vertex on the top. I've highlighted the base in yellow. This is the part that the shape sits on. And it also has a vertex at the top. This is a pyramid. That's important to remember that there have 1 base on the bottom and 1 pointy vertex on the top. This next one is all about prisms. Kids often get prisms and pyramids confused. The difference is prisms have 2 bases that are the same shape and the same size, congruent on opposite sides. Remember, congruent means the same shape and the same sides. And we have a base here on this shape, on this prism, and there's another base on the opposite side. Because it doesn't have 1 pointy top, it has 2 flat bases. This is what makes it a prism. Okay, so prisms have 2 bases, and they are named by the shape of the bases. So we notice here this base is in the shape of a pentagon. So I would say this is a pentagonal prism. Let's take a look at the next one. This prism over here, I've chosen this side as its base. It is in the shape of a rectangle. It has another base behind it in yellow back here that is also a rectangle. So I would call this a rectangular prism. Shapes with curved edges. Cylinder is one type of shape with curved edges. It has two bases, one at the top and one at the bottom. Something that we see all the time that's in the shape of a cylinder is a soup can. A cone also has a curved edge, but instead of two bases, it has one base at the bottom and one point up at the top. Okay, kiddos, now it's time to put everything together that we've learned. We are going to look at this square pyramid and we are going to count how many faces it has, how many vertices it has, how many edges it has, and how many bases it has. So we're going to go ahead and get started by counting the faces. The faces are the flat sides of the shape. So I have one flat face right here in the front, and I have another flat face here next to it. I have a third flat face behind it. I'm imagining I'm going around in a circle, and a fourth flat face coming around the other side. Also, I have the bottom base, and that does count as another face because it's a flat surface. So there are 5 faces altogether. Next, I'm going to count the vertices. The vertices are where the edges come together. They're the pointy parts of my shape. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 vertices. Now I'm going to count up my edges. Sometimes it gets a little tricky to count edges, so I'm going to trace over the top as we go along, and I've switched my pen color to yellow so you can see them. So here is one edge, and I'm going to go around this triangular face. So now I have 2 edges. Going back up to the top is 3 edges. So this face makes up one triangle and it has 3 edges. I know opposite that side is going to be another triangle with another 3 edges. So now I've used 6 edges. Okay, so now if you look, I have one edge left in the front which connects these sides together. So now I've used 7 edges. And finally, I have one more edge connecting the back sides together. So the square pyramid all together has 8 edges. Finally, let's think about the base. How many bases do you see? A base is what the shape sits on. It's the flat side. There's only one right down here at the bottom. Hey there, welcome to Mrs. Gonzalez's Shape Challenge. I'm going to put a shape in front of you and it is a 3D shape and your job is to figure out which shape it is. Let's start with the shape that's in front of you. It has a flat top, a flat bottom, and a curve around the middle. Which shape is this? If you said cylinder, you would be correct. Let's try another one. This shape has a pointy top and a flat base. What shape is this one? If you said pyramid, you would be correct. Let's try another one. All right, let's go for another curved shape. This time we have a pointy top and a flat base, but still a curve around the middle. What shape do you think this one is? Da 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 da! It is a cone. Cone it is. Winner, winner, winner. All right, let's do another one. We've got one more to go here. Let us try this shape. Is this a prism? Is it a pyramid? Is it a cone? Is it a cylinder? What do you think it is? If you said prism, you guessed correctly. All right, everybody, thanks for playing the shape game. Now that you are a 3D shape expert, it's time to take your quiz. We've got one more to go here. Let us try this shape. Is this a prism? Is it a pyramid? Is it a cone? Is it a cylinder? What do you think it is? If you said prism, you guessed correctly. All right, everybody. Thanks for playing the shape game. We'll see you again next time.